Have you ever stopped to think about the true meaning of being human? In a world where information is abundant, we often confuse education with intelligence, failing to realize that true knowledge goes far beyond accumulating data. Imagine a place where your mind is shaped like a cloud, flexible and adaptable. What kind of life would you like to live? A life where happiness is measured by the downfall of others, or a rich and meaningful existence? Today, we will explore the reflections of the wise Sadhguru on your role in the universe and how your ability to pay attention can transform the way you live. Get ready to challenge your beliefs and discover that life is not a race, but a fascinating journey of self-discovery and connection. First, please like and subscribe to the Seeds of Mystic Wisdom channel to continue receiving more wisdom from the wise Sadhguru. To sit back and truly appreciate the generosity of life, it is essential to set aside the mindset of someone who believes they are in control of the entire planet. Being human is, above all, an art of being present, of feeling every nuance of the moment. The common view we have of education often relies merely on accumulating information, as if that were synonymous with wisdom. However, it is crucial to realize that information is not the same as intelligence. The mind, in turn, is like a cloud in the sky. It transforms, adapts, and can be shaped in countless ways, just as you can choose to shape your thoughts and emotions. Instead of being a mere spectator, engage in the experience of now and let the beauty of life flow through you. Does your sense of happiness depend on everyone being worse off than you? What kind of life is that? Your role in the universe. Have you ever paused to reflect on the complexity of this vast universe we inhabit and what your true role is within it? Sometimes we get lost in the routine and concerns of daily life, questioning whether we should devote our time and energy to worrying about others, or if it is more valuable to look within ourselves. It is in this context that the wise Sadhguru emerges as a source of clarity, offering profound and inspiring insights that help us better understand our existence and our place in the cosmos. So let us open ourselves to his words and absorb the wisdom he has to share. Do not act as if you are governing the entire planet or the universe, because you are not. Everything is happening on its own. You are a small creature here for a short period of time, so do not make such a fuss about it. To face the challenges and joys of a few years of life, it is unnecessary to make such a fuss or create exaggerated expectations. Instead, if you find a moment of tranquility to sit and simply be, allowing that experience to be enjoyable for yourself, it is likely that those around you will also start to notice that positive aura you radiate. When you allow yourself to be in harmony with yourself, that energy reflects in your interactions, naturally attracting people. The great achievements you seek, whether significant or simple, are shaped by a complex web of realities and circumstances that often lie beyond our control. Thus, uncertainty is a constant of life, and no one can accurately predict which paths you will take or what experiences will unfold before you. Accepting this can be liberating and, at the same time, inspiring. It is important to understand that our actions are largely determined by the times we live in. If we had been here 5,000 years ago, we would not be writing software. We would be doing something else. Do not take it personally. It is the times we live in. The times we live in possess a unique and dynamic climate, varying between the calm of serene days and the turbulence of unexpected storms. Each moment brings with it a new nuance, like changing seasons, and learning to navigate through this atmosphere with grace and resilience is fundamental. When you become skilled at dealing with the uncertainties and challenges that arise, people around you begin to see you as a true success, admiring your ability to maintain calm and clarity amid chaos. On the other hand, if you let yourself be carried away by every little fluctuation, turning small setbacks into big problems, you risk being seen as someone who fails in life. In this scenario, the ability to adapt, find balance, and respond to circumstances constructively becomes a crucial differentiator, allowing you to stand out and flourish regardless of the adversities you may face. If you were a surfer, you know that every surfer's dream is to ride a tsunami, a wave 100 feet high. If you know how to ride that wave, even a tsunami is something wonderful. Success is not limited to education. How often do you test your memory? Let's hear Sadhguru explain how success is not just limited to education. We often confuse information with intelligence, diving into a sea of endless data and getting lost in its vastness. When you fill yourself with an excessive amount of information, your ability to pay attention becomes a real challenge. In this state of overload, the mind becomes a patchwork of fragmented data, hindering clear thinking and deep reflection. Without mindfulness, you find yourself unable to access your innate intelligence. Instead of forming new connections and insights, you end up recycling information stored in memory, like a recorder replaying old tapes. This lack of focus and discernment not only hinders your learning, but also impoverishes your creativity and problem-solving abilities. To cultivate true intelligence, it is essential to find a balance, filtering and selecting what truly matters, allowing your mind to delve deeper and connect ideas meaningfully. In the yogic system, there are 4 main aspects of the mind. Without going into details, the memory part is the least important. It is the chitta, connected to consciousness, that is most important. If you find a form for your chitta, that form will always manifest because it is empowered by the material that creates life, which, for lack of better words, we call consciousness. Once your mind connects to a certain thought or intention, the form it takes begins to manifest in the world around you. The mind is like an ethereal cloud, malleable and fluid. You have the power to shape it as you wish. You can transform it into something divine and inspiring, like a dawn illuminated by vibrant colors, or into something dark and sinister, like a turbulent storm. You can even disfigure it into a pig, or anything else your imagination allows, as the mind is a nebulous entity with infinite possibilities. The way you shape your chitta, the essence of the mind and emotions, will always manifest in the external world, as it is energized by the vital force that pulses behind each thought. This aspect of the mind is profoundly crucial. It is not just about memories or recollections, but about the ability to create and manifest the reality you wish to live. Every idea and feeling you cultivate becomes a seed that, when it germinates, impacts not only your own life, but also the world around you. Andrew Carnegie has quite an interesting story. When he started his company, he quickly achieved incredible success and made a lot of money. At that time, the economic landscape was very different from what we know today, filled with corporate giants like Google, Facebook, and Twitter, which rapidly transform into multi-billion-dollar empires in just a few years. In days gone by, the path to financial success was marked by the construction of factories and investment in robust infrastructure, a process that took decades, or even generations, to begin yielding substantial profits. It was a time when challenges were tangible, and patience was an essential virtue for any entrepreneur. However, Andrew Carnegie managed to accumulate an immense fortune in a surprisingly short period, which raised suspicions among the leaders of the United States government. Given the speed with which his wealth was growing, the administration felt the need to investigate his operations more closely, leading to the formation of a Senate committee dedicated to examining his business practices. This atmosphere of distrust reflected the tension between innovation and regulation, as Carnegie's rise challenged established norms and sparked heated debates about business ethics in an era of rapid economic transformations. The senators questioned him in every possible way, but they found nothing wrong with his business. Then they asked how he managed to be so successful. Carnegie simply replied, "I can keep my mind focused on something for 5 minutes straight. 5 minutes. Can any of you do that?" The senators, confident that the task would be simple, soon found themselves faced with an unexpected challenge. As they tried to concentrate, they frustratingly realized that their minds were wandering, quickly diverting to random thoughts and insignificant distractions. An ephemeral thought arose here, another there, like leaves carried by the wind, highlighting the daily struggle that most people face to maintain focus. The environment around them seemed to pulse with noise and movement, amplifying their inability to concentrate. In light of this situation, Carnegie, observing the unfolding events with a critical eye, made a striking statement that hung in the air. "You shouldn't be governing the United States." This phrase not only resonated among those present, but also became a powerful reminder of the responsibility and the need for attention in such a crucial role. Life is not a race. We have all found ourselves at some point caught up in a competition, whether for a promotion at work, attention in a relationship, or even space on a crowded bus. However, according to Sadhguru, there exists a realm of life where competition is completely unnecessary. He reminds us that life should not be viewed as a competition. It is not a frantic race toward an illusory prize. If it were, then we should rush to cross the finish line, seeking recognition that, in the end, is fleeting. The metaphor becomes even more impactful when we reflect on the fragility of existence. If we truly believed that life is a race, we would be in the cemetery, resigned to the idea that the only possible victory is for those who arrive first at the end. This perspective leads us to reconsider what we truly value and the importance of appreciating the journey rather than merely longing for the final destination. Life is an immense privilege. Being human means having the capacity to experience life in a way that is far more intense than any other creature on this planet. This is the essence of who we are. We can experience life in much more vivid ways than an ant, a grasshopper, or any other being. That is our privilege. Focus or attention. How can we enhance our focus and attention in a world filled with distractions? To explore this question, let's delve into Sadhguru's reflections. He explains that while focus is a valuable skill, it is the broad and general attention to our surroundings that truly transforms our experience. If I only had focus but lacked this broader attention, I would be missing the rich panorama of life unfolding around me. The indiscriminate attention he speaks of is not limited to a single goal. It is a state of conscious alertness that connects us to the present. Sadhguru emphasizes that when we cultivate a certain level of attention and awareness within ourselves, we start to perceive our very existence. In contrast, when we are in a deep state of sleep, for instance, both the external world and our own identity seem to disappear. In that state, what really happens is a total absence of attention. Without this ability to be attentive, there is no perception of anything, not even of ourselves. Therefore, the practice of attention becomes essential, as it is through it that we become truly aware of the life around us, allowing us to live more fully and meaningfully. Thus, the first thing is general attention to everything. Then comes particular interest, and only then do we focus on that specific interest. We focus on something because our attention is not sharp enough. If our attention were very sharp, we wouldn't need to focus on anything. To develop truly sharp and penetrating attention, it is essential that you let go of the tendency to discriminate between personal feelings like, I like this person, or I don't like that one, and judgments about what is good or bad, useful or useless. This practice of categorization limits your perception and prevents you from experiencing life in its fullness. Instead, dedicate yourself to cultivating pure and impartial attention, a state of awareness where you become a keen observer of what is happening around you. Allow your senses to open up, like flower petals on a sunny day, capturing every nuance, every sound, and every movement. Rather than focusing on a single object or situation, maintain a broad awareness of your environment, allowing the rich tapestry of experiences to reveal itself to you. By doing so, you will start to notice details that were previously overlooked, from the subtle interactions between people to the delicate changes in light illuminating your path. Now see, if we increase the voltage in this room, when the light turns on, the light doesn't think about who to focus on. When the light turns on, everything in the room will be illuminated. This is an important aspect of the yogic process. We continuously work on our attention, elevating it to an ever higher level, with more voltage and intensity. We hope you enjoyed this deep dive into the reflections of the wise Sadhguru on the true meaning of being human and how we can shape our lives in a meaningful way. If this video touched you in any way, please don't forget to like it, subscribe to the Seeds of Mystic Wisdom channel, and comment on what you thought. Your participation is very important to us and helps spread this message of wisdom. Until next time.